Welcome back to the Star Center, McKinney, Texas. This is game 3 of pool play as the Pronghorns look to take on the Oklahoma City Blazers. Should be the stiffest competition we've seen thus far, and an important test as we make ready for the semifinal tomorrow morning. It'll be Gage Winke in net, Lachlan Denton, Brock Curtis, and Weston Sanders up front. We are now underway. Draw is won back by OKC. Battle ensues for the puck here on the near boards. Coming out with it's Lachlan Denton. He'll gain the zone right through the middle of the ice. Now working to the far side. Denton sends one. That caroms back behind around near side. Played here by Brock Curtis. He'll send it deep for Denton. Denton trying to get a pass toward the middle. That's broken up, and he'll work all around the near half wall. Easton Hansen holding that one in, sending it deep. Sanders challenges around. Sent back up by the point. Denton holds it in, pushes it back deep. Sanders with space. Working from behind, centers one, high slot. Hansen fires a shot. That goes wide right. And there's going to be a check on Sanders. And we'll get the first penalty of the game coming to Oklahoma City. Wyoming goes on the power play. All right, we're back in play. Wyoming with the power play. There's a shot, save, and help. Mushlock was standing there ready for a rebound, but none was yielded. And we'll get a draw far face-off circle in the offensive zone. Back in play. Draw is controlled by Oklahoma City. They'll get the clear out. Ralston Friedman back for the puck. Challenged. He'll feed it around the boards for Mushlock. He'll get it off the near half wall. Feeds one. Finds Amborski. Amborski and Hopkins. Just good back check there from Oklahoma City. Now Friedman in the slot. Works to his forehand, but out of his reach. Has Amborski out front. He'll lift a pass that comes all the way back. High slot. Shot from Easy Anderson's knocked down. He'll fire another one and score! Easy Anderson opens the scoring. Wyoming Pronghorns up on top. 1-0 with 11 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first period. Draw pushed into the offensive zone. Denton had Curtis right in the slot. Now Sanders trying to steer it on Denton. Fires one. Rebound. Trying to poke it 5-hole and covered.
And 39. Brody Hopkins scored the power play at 1:40.
Mushlock and Hopkins with the assist on the goal from Easy Anderson. Here's Hansen. Feeds it for Curtis. Curtis fires a drive. Just wide right, and that's held with the rebound. Draw. Won by Wyoming. Curtis over to the boards to keep it in. That one's flipped up and out. Let's get behind everybody and hustle him back after this one's Elijah Henderson. It's going to go for the icing. Back ready. Draw goes back behind the net. Denton hustles after it. Denton looking to see who's out front. Fed one for Sanders. That doesn't connect. Denton gathers it back. Top of the right circle. Feeds it across middle. Curtis with a shot. Pad save over to the far side. Denton gets the steal here. Working right in front of his own bench. He'll push it out to center. Has Sanders and Curtis. Pestered, can't get it to him. Just onside, and then they'll go for the change. Over the boards comes Hopkins, Mushlock, and Amborski up front. And that's going to be an offside call. Mushlock chops this one forward. Has room into the net. He'll fire a sharp angle shot. That's into the glove and held. Amborski ready for the draw here, flanked by Mushlock to his right, Hopkins to his left. Feeds it over into the corner. Mushlock trying to get the puck out of there. Oklahoma City battling as well. Now Friedman challenging right inside the blue line of his own zone, not able to hold it in. That's sent the length of the ice and goes for the icing. All play so far has been in the Oklahoma City zone. Wyoming continuing the strong control after two massive convincing wins in the first two matchups. Mushlock chips this one forward. He's tripped. No arm in the air. Mushlock will turn and go off for a change. Friedman trying to hold this one in. Friedman now working over toward the middle. Hopkins chops at it. That comes out of the zone. Back to center, played by Sanders. Here's Sanders working forehand side. Poke checked off the puck. West for Oklahoma City. Crossing pass intercepted by Denton. Denton has it now. Denton trying to feed one for Sanders. That caroms off. Now back to Denton. Poke back out of the zone. Sanders looks to gather here at center ice. Weston Sanders in onside. Sanders thinking about a sharp angle shot. Feeds it. Oh, and he found Curtis there on the back door. Curtis just lost an edge. And Oklahoma City gets it out to center. Hustling back after this one is Henderson. Henderson clears it out of the zone. Dump back in onside, but onto the stick of Hansen. He'll find Curtis. Curtis, good puck movement up to Denton. Denton, back check. Fires a sharp angle shot. That's off the outside of the cage. And comes to the near half wall. Hansen not able to hold it in at the blue line and gathering composure. Henderson, Hansen to Curtis. Denton sends one right out front. Oh, and what a save. As that goaltender just scrambled over to the far side to shut the door. We'll get an offensive face-off. Far circle. Back in action, Oklahoma City wins that draw. Tries to clear. Mushlock does not allow that to happen. Hansen fires one toward the net. That was wide right. Fed around the boards. That one gets past Hansen. And here we are retreating for the puck all the way back into our own zone, but it's going to go for an icing first. Easy. Shot goes wide. Hopkins feathers it back around behind for Mushlock. Mushlock changes directions. Sends it right out front. Had Amborski camped there, but a good defensive stick from Oklahoma City, and they started break the other way. Cleared out of the zone. Hopkins feeds it up for Mushlock. He's got two left to beat. Into the zone. Mushlock challenged. He goes back behind on the forecheck. Now Denton keeps it in there far side. Holding it in there. Hopkins only momentarily, and Denton back to set things up from center. Almost turned over there. Now turned over, and it's going to be a break chance. Oklahoma City fires one, and good blocker save by Gage Winke. Denying that good scoring chance from Oklahoma City. Just outside the zone, as Oklahoma City was responsible for knocking the net off its moorings. Oklahoma City gains control. They'll into the zone onto the side. Skates right around. And good clearing stick from Pronghorn defenseman. They'll line up a slap shot that's well wide. Goes to the far corner. Anderson after it there. Sends it off the boards. Held in by Oklahoma City. Anderson now from the corner. Feeds it out again. Needed to kind of gain control of that one. Back in. Onside. Now Friedman in front of his own bench. Sanders trying to pick his stick up. Anderson shovels this one out. Center. Here's Friedman. Raleigh Friedman. Working through the slot. Forehand side. Over skates. Curtis. Denton backhand. Score! Lachlan Denton, the goal scorer. Good feed by Friedman to Curtis to Denton. And with 6:01 remaining, Wyoming takes a 2-0 lead in the hockey game. 6:01 in the first, that is. Here's Hopkins, flanked by Mushlock, trying to get speed the other direction. Hopkins into the zone. He'll lift a shot. That's into the midsection of the Oklahoma City goaltender, who will hang on. Oklahoma City carries it out through center. Gets behind the defenseman. Hansen having to come back to support. Centers a run across. And that was a pretty pass there. Defensive breakdown by Wyoming. That leads to a goal. Here comes Oklahoma City. They're getting some confidence now. Need to step up defensively to keep that shut down on the backside. Here's Ralston Friedman. He'll lift one out to center. This one will go for an icing if it gets past the line. It looks like it will. No icing, they'll wave it off. Held in here at the line by Friedman. Tries to lift one deep. Now back behind. Sanders battling for control of this puck. Curtis trying to turn and fire, but immediately swarmed. Not able to hold it in is Anderson. That comes back in offside. Well, they'll call it as an intentional offside, so we have to take the draw from our defensive zone. Shot goes wide right. Over to the far side, Anderson. Anderson pokes this one. He's got some speed. Actually, Brody Hopkins with control. Has Mushlock on the wing. Hopkins delays. Fires a shot. Rebound out front. Cleared out immediately by Oklahoma City defenseman. Hopkins loses an edge. That puck comes all the way around the boards and cleared out. Tipped, no ice. Back behind, Anderson changes directions, feeds it around. Amborski overskates the puck. He's taken down. Denton flips it out, but held in there at the blue line and sent back deep by Oklahoma City. Kind of sloppy play in the last 6 minutes or so by Wyoming. Need to get a little more effort. Here's Mushlock trying to gather speed, but he's got 4 defenders back on him. Rest of his line mates going for a change, and he'll smartly dump and change with no other support there. This one fed across, intercepted by Hansen. Hansen lifts it to center for Denton. Denton has Sanders, finds him. Sanders centers it. Denton shot off the post. And that one beat the goaltender 5-hole, but worked its way off that right post instead of finding the back of the net. Into the zone onside. Oklahoma City, they'll delay. Top of the circle, sends one toward the net. Deflected wide. Hansen feeds it up the boards, trying to get it to Denton, but held in by Oklahoma City. Now they have it down low in that corner. Centering pass, sticked aside by Winke. Here's Henderson. From his corner, he'll just slap one around. Held in by Oklahoma City. Got to find the outlet pass there. Sanders back for Hansen. Hansen sends it across, finds Henderson out front. Henderson needs to pass it to Curtis. Now he does. And icing. And Mushlock trying to challenge it back, but then he bails on the pressure. Oklahoma City now gets the interception. Back out to center. Friedman has control, feeds it off the boards. Trying to carry him for Mushlock. Oklahoma City shuts that down. It's Amborski. Over for Hopkins. That pass behind Mushlock. He'll go to the boards after it, sends it around deep. Hopkins first to it on the far side. Friedman back at center. Challenged. Hopkins into the middle. Fires a shot and scores! Brody Hopkins adds to the total. Forehand shot, beating the goaltender. The love side. Wyoming up on top. Offside. Oklahoma City trying to feed it out of the zone. Curtis standing on the blue line, holding it in, and not able to do so. We'll get another offside reset here, just outside the zone. Chipped into the zone by Curtis. Now it's Oklahoma City. Gray feeds it across. Good defensive stick there from Sanders. Fed off the boards. That one almost made it onto the blade of Denton, who would have had room. Curtis flips it out to center. Dump back in, offside. They'll call this one as an intentional, and we'll get it all the way. Shutting the door there is Winke, right at the post.
Nobody's there.
Fed across far side. Henderson works from his corner. He'll send it up the boards. Sent back in deep. And there will be the clock. After one period, it's Wyoming up on top. 3-1. Sides have been swapped. And Mushlock over center to take the draw to open up the second stanza of this hockey game. Oklahoma City with control. Poke checked off. Mushlock backhands it out of the zone. Oklahoma City rotates around far side, immediately challenged by Amborski and Friedman. Mushlock stands up at the blue line to deny entry, now poked in. Good defensive stick there from Anderson. Needs to feed it around for Hopkins. Can't do that, and he gets his pocket picked. Oklahoma City comes out right bottom of the circle, looking to feed one out front. Good defensive stick. Anderson slaps it around near side. Hopkins over to it. And we're going to get a penalty. Cross-checking call. Coming to number 67 for Oklahoma City. Wyoming sets up for the power play chance here in the offensive end. Puck is dropped. They have control. Sanders feeds it over.
67.
Oklahoma City, though, getting control even though they're shorthanded, trying to create a scoring chance. Wyoming needs to get control of the puck. Now finally does. Henderson skates. Feeds it across for Denton. Denton fires a shot in power play goal. Lachlan Denton. Oklahoma City makes a goaltender change. They bring in their much larger of two goaltenders. See if they can stop the scoring. Onslaught from Wyoming. Here's going to be a shot. Sanders. Rebound. Poked home by Denton. And Lachlan Denton getting the hat trick done, finding 5-hole open.
Yes, sir.
5-1, Wyoming. Brody Hopkins trying to gain entry. Mushlock chips in it just right there at the blue line. Amborski will dump it.
17-second in the game for Lachlan Denton. Assisted by number 10, Brock Curtis. Scored after 123.
Apologies, I thought that was a hat trick for Lachlan Denton. They're announcing it as his second of the game. Oh, correction, there is the hat trick. I thought so. All the way up the boards, holding it in. Here's Mushlock in front of his own bench. Feeds it across for Hopkins. Just out of his reach. Hopkins battles down low for the puck. Slapped around.
Back.
Oklahoma City chips it up out of the zone. Anderson controls it at center. He'll dump back in, correct side of center, deep. Chasing after this one's Finn Amborski. Mushlock goes off, Denton on the ice.
Oh, the play. Pressure, Jack. Yes. Perfect. Clear.
Go. Friedman into the zone. Has Denton. Denton working forehand. Can't get that shot on net. Feeds it right back out front. There's a shot. Sanders rebound out front. Curtis now into the corner. Feeds it back for Henderson. Henderson fires a shot. Wide right, goes off a defender. And now here comes Oklahoma City. Right through center circle into the zone onside. Shot. Winke handles that one with the right pad. Puck free back behind. Curtis bails on it. It'll be Easton Hansen. Feeds one up looking for Sanders. Gets past Sanders. Touched up. No ice. Comes the length of the ice. Now under 9 minutes to play in period number 2.
Come on. Too deep, Eli. Push it out.
Centering pass right across the front of. That's going to be touch. It's going to be a Wyoming Pronghorns penalty going to the box for tripping. Number 22, Easton Hansen, goes to the box. Oklahoma City gets their first power play of the game. It'll be Mushlock, Henderson, Anderson, and Hopkins out there to kill this off. Good forecheck there from Mushlock to push that puck deeper.
Not too deep, bud.
All the way back, Anderson has it hop over his stick. He'll have to retreat for it. Cannot clear it. Held in by West. Fires a shot. Oh, and gotta watch that stick right in front of your goaltender, as that one almost deflected by Henderson up into the back of the net. Sent around the boards. Hopkins not able to punch it out. High slot. Shot. That gets through everybody and redirects all the way to the back of the net. Glove side. And Oklahoma City makes it 5-2. Mushlock wins this one forward, has it forehand side. Fires one toward the net. Rebound free. Good effort there to keep it in the zone by Mushlock, but then punched out. Friedman in front of the Oklahoma City bench. They'll get it into the zone. Onto the stick of Easy Anderson. Anderson. Cross for Hopkins to Mushlock. Little tic-tac-toe play. Has Amborski flanking him. Mushlock into the zone. Works on his forehand side. Fires a shot and score! Mushlock goes glove side. And with 7:06 remaining in the second period, Wyoming gets a quick answer to go up 6-2. Draw one back.
Case Mushlock. 5:54.
Anderson feeds across. Brock Curtis gets one just behind Denton. Denton still challenging, as well as Curtis with a good keep. Chips it deep. Oklahoma City pushing now in the other direction. Into the zone, onside. Even numbers. Good defensive play there by Hansen. There's going to be a shot that goes off the back of Anderson. Does not make it on net. Anderson trying to challenge, pushes the puck around the near half wall, now onto the stick of Weston Sanders. Sanders through center, has Denton, has Curtis, 3-on-1. Sanders feeds it for Denton, fires a sharp angle shot, puck loose. Now it caroms around behind. Sanders tries the wraparound, it's going to be Denton. And good offensive pressure, Denton buries his fourth goal of the game, and Wyoming goes up 7-2. Hansen overskates this one, and it's 2-on-1 for Oklahoma City.
By number 4, Easton Sanders. And number 10, Curtis.
Sanders and Curtis are the assists on that goal from Lachlan Denton. Draw one back by Mushlock. He'll go to the corner after it. Chipped out of the zone. Amborski on his high horse after this one. Amborski centers one across. That's intercepted by Leon. Good defensive pressure there from Eli Henderson. This one's a high shot lifted that goes well wide into the corner. Another shot, bouncing puck, well played by Gage Winke. Tracking that one all the way. Here's another one that goes through. Henderson goes to his knees to prevent that one from getting on net, and it's cleared out. Will go for an icing if it gets there, and they'll wave it off.
Eli, behind you! Eli!
Henderson just inside his own zone, feeds it up the boards for Hopkins, offside. Oklahoma City clears it out of the zone. Curtis feeds it for Sanders, had it right at his feet, finds it. Sanders working far side, backhand, centering pass. Denton almost gets it inside that left post for his 5th goal of the game. Anderson fires one that bounces on net, and we'll get a near circle faceoff. Oklahoma City pushes this one up and out the boards. And they'll race after it. Going to win that race. Round to the far side. Curtis hustling after this one. Curtis will be the first to it. Has Sanders. Oh, and Sanders well in offside. Hansen, he's tripped to the ice, no arm in the air. Hansen again tripped. Feeds it off the wall, too much for Mushlock. He'll go on him on the forecheck. Comes away with the puck. Mushlock gets the steal. Fires a shot, trying to go 5-hole. That's shut down. Puck into the far corner, lifted around the boards. Hansen will play it inside his own blue line. Sends one toward the net. That's Karen back behind. And Mushlock's going to go to the box. And it's going to be a power play for Oklahoma City. Mushlock with a good effort on the back check, but that led to a tripping call. All right, we've got another power play to kill off. Power play has been successful for both teams.
Chase Mushlock, a minor forward working at 9.
We'll call him Chase. That wasn't Case Mushlock with the penalty. It was Chase Mushlock. That's his penalty name. Icing called. Oklahoma City with control off the draw. They'll fire one in. Winke saved the first one, but it's going to be a power play goal on the rebound. Oklahoma City makes it 7-3.
Oklahoma City Lakers power. Lakers for Mississippi by 91. Jack Leon. At 10:06 on the power play.
Sanders is swarmed immediately by white jerseys. Henderson steps in to help him out. Sanders feeds it around the glass. Denton trying to get it free. Had some speed. Good poke check from Richter for Oklahoma City to deny that chance. And back into the Wyoming zone they come. Circling behind his own net. Henderson feeds it around the glass. Trying to get it to Sanders. Intercepted. That comes right out in front of Winke. Pushed to the far wall by Curtis. Curtis turns. Not able to get the clear. A little bit of lull here in Wyoming's play. Need to turn the intensity back up. Game certainly well in hand, but it can change if the momentum changes, that's for sure. Here's Henderson skating up. Eli Henderson, forehand shot. That's shut down. A rebound free right out front. Held in at the blue line. Easton Hansen lines up a shot. Fires one. Doesn't get through traffic. Puck loose in the slot. Now Henderson. He'll make a try. Curtis fires one that goes wide right. Back out in front. Curtis again sends one wide left this time. Sanders battling for it in the corner. Denton feeds one back. Henderson. He'll turn, fire a shot that goes off a Denton skate far boards. Curtis there. Centers one across outside the reach of Lachlan Denton. We're coming up on 1 minute to play here in this second period. Bouncing centering pass. Mushlock over the boards. Has the puck on his stick. Has Denton out front. Feeds it for Denton. And Denton couldn't pick that up, and it's going to go for an icing. Mushlock readies for the draw here. It's controlled by Wyoming, trying to push it out. Now Mushlock has it. White jerseys all over him on the back check. He's got 4 defenders surrounding him. Works to his forehand, fires a shot. That's saved. He'll lose an edge, goes into the inboards. Oklahoma City out through center. Their pass off the mark. Friedman. He'll turn far side, off the boards. Hansen trying to chip it out. Not able. And that's going to be played with the high stick. Face-off will come inside the offensive zone. Less than a second to play in the period, so we'll just get a drop puck here. And that should do it. And does. After 2 periods, Wyoming still well on top, 7-3. Need to close strong here. Don't want to give any room for Oklahoma City to come back into this hockey game. And here we go, third period underway. Denton wins this one forward, has control. Fires one toward the net and scores! Lachlan Denton feeling it today. That's his 5th goal of the hockey game. And we are back in action. Curtis feeds it across for Denton. Curtis now has it back. He'll fire a shot. That's off the shoulder. Oklahoma City has made a goalie change back to their original goaltender. Anderson not able to hold this one in. Oh, almost turned over there. Denton backhand shovels this one deep into the zone. You gotta feed that puck forward, though. You do gotta feed it forward. I mean, he shouldn't have went to the zone, but you gotta feed that puck forward. Mushlock wins this one forward, goes after it. Anderson trying to unload, not able. Poke free. Back behind the defense, Hundeling back on the back check is Anderson and Friedman. Tying it up on the inboards, easy Anderson. Back behind Winke, now pushed to the far wall. Hopkins goes after this one. Anderson slaps it around, now Hopkins. Good pass for Amborski, but he's not able to handle that pass. Has to hustle after it all the way down to the Oklahoma City end. Puck free. Here's Amborski. Thinking about a backhand wraparound. That was shut down. Good, nifty stick work to get around. Finds Henderson. Fires a shot. Wide right. Hopkins tries the bank play and successfully gets it done. Catch up the score here on my scoreboard. It's now 9-3, Wyoming. Here's Denton. Fires another shot. That's into the glove and held.
56.
Denton feeds one out front. Sanders trying to bang at this one, and getting it under the glove is the goaltender to hang on. We'll get a draw near face-off circle again. Lifted right out front. Good defensive play there, Henderson. Now circling back to gather composures, Weston Sanders. He'll split defenders, feeds one up for Curtis. Now Sanders gets it back. Has some speed. Sanders working forehand. Fires a sharp angle shot into the glove and held. Mushlock wins the draw, feeds one back for Friedman at the blue line. He'll fire one. That's wide, blocked in front. Mushlock tripped to the ice. What an unabated chance right in on the goaltender. Amborski battling back behind, finds Hopkins there far side. He'll shoot one wide. Mushlock now going to the near half hole. Mushlock pushes it deep, goes after it. Works around behind. Case Mushlock trying to push it back to Anderson at the point. Anderson not able to keep it in. Punched out to center. Anderson chips it back in. Just onside was Amborski. Amborski will hold this one in. Chips it around deep. Chasing will be Mushlock. Hopkins sends one on net. Puck Karam still free. Chopping at it was Amborski. Out of the zone. I keep missing. It must be a run clock. I haven't been paying attention. Under 8 minutes to play now in the hockey game. Weston Sanders feeds it for Denton. Cross ice pass. Into the zone comes Oklahoma City. Push deep. Henderson battling down low behind Winke. Shuts down the centering pass. Good defensive stick there from Eli Henderson. Back around behind. Easton Hansen. He'll have it in the corner. Has Denton. Opts to feed it up for Sanders. Sanders delays there right in front of the Oklahoma City bench. Fans on the first pass. Now feeds it across Denton, trying to drag it into the zone. That's not going to work. Eli Henderson. Good rotation pass over to Sanders. Not handled cleanly, and he'll be pinned up right up against the boards. Here's Curtis. 2 to beat. Brock Curtis. Round 1. Feeds one toward the net. 5-hole was there and then shut down. Sanders. Poke check back to center. It'll be Anderson. Line mates go for a change. Anderson wisely pushes it into the zone. He'll turn around and think about a change himself. Sanders going off to complete for the forwards. Mushlock now in on the forecheck. Forces that one around. Now Friedman pinches down to try to hold. Mushlock gets it off the boards. Flip toward the net. Pad save. Lifted out of the zone. Right in front of the Oklahoma City bench. They'll send it back down. Tipped right side of center. Into the zone only momentarily. Anderson pushing this one up. Amborski trying to challenge for it. Oh, and we've got 3. Oh, good back check. As everybody hustles back for Wyoming. Had a break chance for Oklahoma City. They couldn't capitalize on it. Here's Brody Hopkins. Into the zone onside. Hopkins looking to feed it across the middle. Not able to hold it into the zone is Anderson. Tries to play one for Friedman. Intercepted. And there's a shot wide. Puck comes off the inboards. Back into the right side of Gage Winke. Now into the slot. Shot wide. Lifted around. Held in here by Maybe.
Stay on him. Stay on him.
Mushlock grabs it center circle. Had it at his feet. Trying to kick it. Stick. Oh, he's taken down hard from behind. Pops right back up. And that's going to get a penalty. Working hard to draw the penalty against Oklahoma City. And Wyoming goes on the power play with the run clock. Under 4:20 to play in the hockey game.
Oklahoma City penalty on 91. Jack Leon.
Keep pressing, Eli!
At 9 minutes.
Step it up!
Back out to center. Denton feeds one back. Henderson. Back for Denton. Little give and go action. Denton. Backhand pass. Finds Sanders. Back to Denton. Oh, a nice passes with return passes there. Now Curtis fires one. Oh, and that's saved with the glove. Easton Hansen sends one toward the net. That doesn't get through traffic. Oklahoma City trying to force it out of the zone. Not able. Denied by Henderson. Here comes Sanders trying to get into the slot. Curtis will go back behind. Centers a pass off the stick of Brock Curtis. There's a shot, and Denton gets the double hat trick done. Lachlan Denton makes it 10-3. Power play goal. Mushlock over center for the draw. It's one back, but not played cleanly by Friedman. Gray for Oklahoma City is going to win the race to this puck. Both of them blow a tire, but it's Friedman coming out with control. He'll flip one up.
17, Lachlan Denton. Assisted by number 10, Curtis. For on the power.
Curtis with the assist. I believe that's the third point of him for the game. Mushlock has it, has Hopkins on the far side. Will he feed it over? He'll shoot. He'll shoot. And that's saved and held. Draw one over for Curtis. He'll flip one that goes wide. Anderson sends it deep. Coming up on 1 minute to play here in the hockey game.
And this remains in the third period.
Offside. Draw controlled here, Weston Sanders. He'll send it around. Oklahoma City finds the open man on the far side. Into the zone onside. Hope checked off there by Denton. He'll push it out of the zone. And Jayce, and that is the hockey game. Wyoming with another big convincing win, 10-3. This was the second place team so far in the bracket that we played today, and a strong, convincing effort showing that they belong at the top of the standings. We've got one more game in pool play, 7:30-ish this evening. We'll see you then.